Hello and welcome to Year of the Red Fire Horse Cancer. Cancer's lucky charms in Red Horse Year 2026. Now, Red Horse Year begins on February 17, 2026, lasting through all the way until February 5th of 2027. Now, the Yang Fire Horse lucky charms for this year are gemstones are ruby for vigor, and that's your birthstone, Cancer. So ruby for vigor, valor, success, potency, and a tremendous amount of zeal. And stay tuned because we're going to get here in a minute to how you specifically should use your birthstones and your gemstones and colors and numbers in Red Horse Year, what to use, what not to use, that kind of thing. Now, also what you want to go ahead and use during a Red Horse Year is carnelian, citrine, and red jasper. These are 3 stones for connecting to strong verb and great dynamism. You can really adapt and be effective. Now, amethyst, which is a great, beautiful purple stone, is for fortification of persons and property, and also to banish unhelpful frequencies. We're going to need a lot of that this year. Okay, in addition to amethyst supporting the appearance of skin, hair, and nails. Also, the colors that are lucky in a Red Horse Year are vermilion red, red, yellow, gold, purple, and indigo. Now, you want to avoid orange, avoid green, and avoid dark green in this Red Horse Year. The numbers that are auspicious and lucky are 1, 4, 5, 7, and 9. You must avoid 2, 3, and 6 in a Red Horse Year. Now, Cancer's lucky charms, again, your gemstone is ruby. Now, rubies are very fortunate in Red Horse Year. That's one of the best things you can use. So put on those rubies. They're really, really good this year. So it's going to be a great lucky year for you when you think about that. Now, the colors that are usually good for you are red, cream, yellow, and amber. Now, red is extremely lucky this year. Yellow is also auspicious for you in this Red Horse Year. Cream is okay. Just not too orangey kind of cream. More pink kind of cream color. And avoid amber since it may veer towards orange or may veer towards green. So avoid amber. Okay. Now, the numbers to avoid, of course, in a Red Horse Year are 2, but your lucky numbers are 2, 8, and 9. So you want to avoid the 2, but you want to go ahead and utilize the 8 and the 9. Those are good for you. Now, we're going to now get to Cancer's sign is associated with sheep in Chinese astrology. And Year of the Sheep comes after horse, just like Cancer comes after Gemini. So horse is a Gemini year, and Cancer is like sheep, okay? So that's how the years unfold. Okay, now, Cancer's place in the Jade Emperor's zodiac race. Western astrology sign of Cancer, the crab, corresponds with Chinese zodiac sign of sheep, who crossed the finish line in 8th place in the race held by the Jade Emperor for his purpose of affixing 12 animal personalities onto the Zodiac Wheel. Legend goes like this. Rooster, who is like Virgo, found a raft and invited Monkey, who's like Leo, okay, and Sheep, who's like Cancer, to voyage on this pontoon all together so that they all could get to the finish line and attain their place on the Jade Emperor's Chinese Astrology Zodiac Wheel. Rooster, Monkey, and Sheep all helped to paddle the raft, the craft, using branches gotten from the shores of the river, from the trees. Sheep helped Rooster and Monkey to stay calm and made sure everyone worked together to navigate and propel the little flotilla on the river so as to finish the race within a reasonable amount of time. Since Sheep had been so helpful in forming their friendship, encouraging the others to form a cooperative effort by heartening Rooster and Monkey to not give up, Rooster and Monkey decided to let Sheep go before them and claim 8th place. So that's how the friendship worked together. The Jade Emperor was happy with these 3 signs because they valued friendship and helping each other over placing one ahead of the other. They let each other go first and they were very kind to each other. Okay. Now it's interesting that actually a lot of the things that are in the Bible are from Chinese astrology. The 12 tribes of Israel are based on the 12 zodiac signs in Chinese astrology, and also it's also based on Western astrology, how that's kind of gleaned from Chinese astrology. But Chinese astrology has, as you see, like sheep and snake and dragon, and these are signs like you understand how the dragon is said to be Satan, when actually it turns out the dragon was actually trying to help another sign. That he'd helped Rabbit during the race, and Rabbit didn't know him, thought he was bad. Okay, so it's like there's like a false perception that dragon's evil, and a false perception, about all these different signs. And Snake is crafty, and he went ahead of Horse and scared Horse, but Horse, reared up, and that's where you get the Bible in Genesis 49. You get the Bible verse about the adder in the path causing the horse to rear up, and the tribe of Dan. It's from the Chinese astrology where that happened, where because Snake fooled Horse and scared him and was surreptitious, he got ahead of Horse, and Snake came in 6th place and is the 6th sign. Horse is the 7th sign, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and the sign of Cancer or sheep is the Lamb of God that takes away the sins of the world. And the Lamb, the book of Revelation talks about the Lamb. So understand that's where all this comes from. And if you go back and you look at what actually is going on, you find out that all the signs you thought were really bad aren't really bad. In some cases they were helping, and in some cases it was just their nature as they were created to do so. Because an animal only can do what his nature compels them to do. They only have certain kind of eyes and certain kind of limbs and only certain kind of things at their disposal, and that's what they use. Okay? So understanding that he which you think is Satan might have been helping you all along. Okay, so with that said, we'll let you go and stay tuned for next installment, and we'll see you soon.